In this tutorial series, I'll take you through the process of creating a simple game with the Titan game engine. You can also know it as Esenthel Engine, which is its original name. To begin, we'll need to download the engine itself. For this, search Esenthel Engine and go to the official website. Here you can either press the free download button or go to the store and select the engine. Go to the download tab and select the platform you'll need. I'll be doing everything on Windows, but the process should be mostly the same on other platforms. While it's downloading, I'll show you a couple more things on the website you might want to check out. First of all, there is documentation which covers a lot of topics related to the engine. Then there is the source code for Bloody Massacre game, which is free in the shop and gives you a pretty good idea of what a more or less complete project in the engine could look like. Then there is the forum and link to the Discord server. If you have any questions about the engine, don't hesitate to ask there. And finally, in the How It Works section of the website, there are several tutorials on the engine by the developer. Now that the engine installer is downloaded, unzip it and open. Here you need to select a folder where the engine will be installed, and then press OK. I already have it installed, so I won't do that. Now we're ready to open the engine. First thing we see is a project manager interface. I already have some projects here, but all you'll see is the tutorials projects, which comes with the engine. It contains many small coding tutorials that cover a lot of topics, and if you'd like to know how to implement a certain feature, it's the first place where you should look for it. Other than that, there is a path to your project folder which you can change. There is an Allow Incoming Connections button that allows you to create, for example, add-ons. On the right, there are server login options. You'll need that if you decide to use the collaborative mode the engine offers. These tutorials most likely won't cover connecting to the editor and collaborative development, but there are tutorials for this on the website and in the tutorials projects. The last thing we need is to provide the engine with the path to the Visual Studio, since it uses it for compilation. First, we need to make sure that we downloaded all the required components for Visual Studio. They are listed in the compilers section of the documentation. If you're not using Windows, then scroll down on the same page and you'll see instructions for Mac, Linux, and so on. After you've downloaded everything, open any project. Let's use the tutorials project this time. Don't worry about the interface, it will be discussed in a later video. Just go to the button with an M in the lower left and select the editor options. Alternatively, you could just press F9. Here in the Paths tab, you'll need to set the Visual Studio path. Usually auto-detect works well here, but if it doesn't, click on the three dots and select the path yourself. You don't need the path to the compiler itself, just the folder with an IDE. Now that it's set, let's try running one of the tutorials. Open the Start folder, check the box next to the basic app example, and click the Run button in the bottom left. Ideally, it should compile and run without any issues. If you get any errors, make sure that you've installed all the components or try reinstalling Visual Studio. If the error persists, ask on the forum or Discord.